For today's video, I am still at Woodlawn Memorial Park and Mausoleum in Nashville, Tennessee. And since I'd already did a section on George Jones, I thought I'd head over to the mausoleum to see his one-time wife and singing partner, Tammy Wynette's final resting place. So we're getting a glimpse of KT Oslin's final resting place, and I'll come back to that in a few minutes, but I want to first start off by taking a closer look at Tammy Wynette's marker. And as you can see, there's several pictures of Tammy on the marker, along with a couple of even looks like pencil sketches of her. And of course there's a couple of photos of her with George Jones. There's also a lot of other pictures. I'm not sure if they're family pictures or if they're fans' pictures. Tammy was born in Mississippi with the name Virginia Wynette Pugh. However, in the country music world, she was often referred to as the First Lady of Country Music. Tammy had some hard times when growing up. Her dad would die when she was just a few months old, and her mom would take her to live with her grandparents, as her mom had to work to make a living. Tammy's first marriage was when she was just 17 years old. It said her husband found it hard to keep a job. And to help make a living, Tammy would go to cosmetology school and get a license for this. Tammy would renew those licenses every year until she died, and just in case she fell on hard times again. One of Tammy's most popular songs, if not the most popular song that she sang, was Stand By Your Man. She would also write an autobiography with the same title, and there was a movie called Stand By Your Man, which was telling the story about Tammy and George Jones. I see something just across from Tammy's marker that I haven't seen before and seems a little unusual to see in a mausoleum. It looks like you would call it a memorial in the mausoleum to Tammy. It's a shelf with several pictures of Tammy on it. It also has a replica of a microphone, as well as a musical note there, and I think that would let you know that she definitely was a singer. There's also a guest book there that you can sign, and there's a box where you can leave cards, photos, or just notes also. The cotton there represents her picking cotton on her grandparents' farm, and her grandparents' farm was part of it in Alabama and part of it in Mississippi. There's also a wreath there with Tammy's name on it, and of course a picture beneath it. Tammy Wynette was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, Tennessee, the Mississippi Musicians Hall of Fame, and the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. Now on to KT Oslin's marker. KT Oslin was born with the name Kay Tonanette Oslin in Arkansas. She would win several awards for her singing, but he said she was most proud of her songwriting. KT sang a lot of her own songs that she wrote, and a couple of those that she had hits with were 80s Ladies and Hold Me. I believe that she may have even recorded one album that she had just songs that she wrote and sang on it. KT Oslin over the years would also moved to Alabama for a while and to Texas. She was also inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame, the Arkansas Entertainers Hall of Fame, and the Texas Heritage Songwriters Hall of Fame. Now to take a look at the final two country music ladies we will be looking at today. We're going to be looking at the mother-daughter duo of Liz and Lynn Anderson. Liz was a singer-songwriter, but more noted for being a songwriter than she was a singer. Of course, Casey is the husband to Liz and the father to Lynn Anderson. Before saying a few more things about Lynn and Liz Anderson, I'd like to say thanks so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a good day. So now we'll start from the floor up, giving dedication to the Anderson family. It starts off on the floor with a picture of Casey holding a picture of Liz and Lynn in his hand, saying Casey's got his hands full. There's also a sailor there that represents that Casey was once in the Navy. And as we look up at Liz and Casey's marker, I will mention that Casey co-wrote a few songs with Liz, including Merle Haggard's #1 hit, I'm a Lonesome Fugitive. Liz would write some of Lynn's songs for her, but she didn't write the two songs that I most associate with Lynn Anderson. The first one is Rocky Top, and some call it Rocky Top, Tennessee, especially if you're from the state of Tennessee. Some people think that Rocky Top is the University of Tennessee's fight song, but it isn't. However, if you're at a University of Tennessee football game, you most definitely will be hearing Rocky Top. We'll mention that the song Rocky Top in 1982 became one of Tennessee's official state songs. They also have what is more or less her theme song for her, Rose Garden, or You Never Promised Me a Rose Garden, a memorial set up for that. You just saw where they even have a doily under a vase of roses with a rose on it. There's pictures of Lynn to be seen there, and a few things you can look at on the table. And there is a couple of rose-tipped ink pens that you can sign the guest book with if you'd like. And here's a little plaque telling that the Woodlawn Funeral Home and Cemetery is still doing dedication to Lynn Anderson, and if you sign the guest book, you'll probably get updates about that. And there's the guest book to be signed. And there's also a picture of what was her former husband, but it's important on the Rose Garden theme as he was a producer for it. And the last thing that I'll look at is that they've got a blue ribbon and a photograph type thing, and it shows that the rose that is named after Lynn Anderson, called the Lynn Anderson, won first place in a rose show in 2022. So thanks for watching.